love in the morning and your faithfulness by night. For you, oh Lord, have made me glad. I will sing for joy at the works of your hand and rejoice at what you have done. I'll give thanks to you, Lord.
WECU 1570 AM and W298BX 107.5 FM, Winterville, North Carolina. WNOS 1450 AM and W272EK 102.3 FM, licensed to New Bern, North Carolina. Welcome to our Awesome Radio Network family of friends and supporters and partners. This is the Mary Perkins-Williams Show. It's news, information, and education, the Mary Perkins-Williams Show. I'm standing in for Mary Perkins-Williams right now until she arrives. There was an accident out there, so you drivers and motorists, we want you to listen to the radio. Yes, but please be careful. So she will be joining us shortly. So on today's show, returning back from last week is Tobie Bellamy. He is the Pitt County Veteran Treatment Court Coordinator. So in case you missed it on last week, it's there on our social media platforms. On Facebook, look for Awesome Radio Network WECU logo. And it is also on our YouTube channel, Awesome Radio Network. GPAT is there too. You can tune in to GPAT Facebook and GPAT YouTube page too. So in case you were wondering, yes, you can also listen to this show on our website at awesomeradionetwork.org. So we're going to get into today's program. If you do not know, now you will know who Tobie Bellamy is. Mr. Bellamy, welcome back to the Mary Perkins-Williams Show.
Thank you very much. Glad to be back.
All right. So she wants you to start off by introducing or reintroducing yourselves for those who may not know you.
Okay, I am the Pitt County Veterans Treatment Court Coordinator, and basically what our program is for justice-involved vets, vets who have gotten out of the military and for some reason find themselves in trouble with the law. And what we do is we try to help them if they have a mental health, behavioral health, or substance abuse problem. Mm-hmm. We try to get them treatment to help them, and the benefit of that is that once they get into the program, it's an alternative to going to jail. So if they complete the program, then that was the goal, to get them acclimated to, civilian type life and maybe not return to prison or jail or in trouble with the law, so to speak.
So you don't handle veteran benefits. You handle those who may be in troubled society.
That is correct. But in the program, I do have a component. I work for the Veteran Service Office in Pitt County, so they can assist with any benefits that they may be lacking. But my primary goal is treatment and betterment of the participant.
Okay. Now, is it for the veteran participants only, or can their family also be in this treatment?
Well, the family is always going to be a part of the treatment regardless. But no, we do not take as individual treatments for the family. But I think there's a therapeutic factor to it when you have the family members involved. So as far as the participant is concerned, if we can link the participant with a family member that they are very close to, and we can engage them in the treatment plan that we have for that participant, it's going to go a long way in the healing process for them.
Okay. So someone is ringing our business line number. If you want to be a part of this show, please dial 252-756-2008. And we will introduce you and introduce the show and have you on the air to speak with Mr. Tobie Bellamy. So that number again to dial in is 252-756-2008. You're listening to News, Information, and Education. It's the Mary Perkins-Williams Show, and sounds like, looks like she just arrived. So we're going to let her get situated in her seat. And the special guest today is Tobie Bellamy. He is the Pitt County Veteran Treatment Court Coordinator. All right. So the number again to dial to be a part of this show to ask Tobie any questions you may have concerning the Pitt County Veteran Treatment Court Coordinator that he is. It is 252-756-2008. And you're listening to the Awesome Radio Network on the radio dial here in Winterville, Greenville area. It is 1570 AM and 107.5 FM. If you're listening in the New Bern area, then it is 1450 AM and 102.3 FM. All right, Miss Mary, are you situated to be on the program? All right. So I will dismiss myself, and Miss Mary Williams, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. I tell you, all this building and construction, this happens, and then some people drive like I don't know what, came up the right side on the bridge and going to pass everybody, and couldn't let the rescue squad by. So I moved over so they could get by. But people should be careful how they drive, and they're creating problems. I'm so happy that you started. Thank you, Miss Engineer. We wanted to continue. This is part 2.
Yes.
Have you introduced yourself already for today?
I have.
Thank you so very much. And then I forgot my code because all this excitement just made me forget it to get in. We are so happy to be able to continue. Now, we have some phone numbers, right?
I do.
Will you tell them the number and what that number should be used for, please?
Okay, so if you have a veteran that's in distress, you can always dial 911 first. But there's also a suicide prevention line that we have set up for vets, which is 988. Some other numbers that you may need, get my book here. Let's say the benefits, disability compensation. There's a 1-800-827-1000. If you need education assistance, you can dial 1-888-442-4551. If you need, let's say there was a veteran of the Gulf War and you want information on that, that goes back to that first number I gave you, 1-800-827-1000. If you were looking for life insurance information for a veteran, you can dial 1-800-669-8477. And the main number for most of the information that I gave you, again, would be 1-800-827-1000. Once you dial that number, if you're looking for something in particular, you can ask the operator, and the operator can assist you in that.
Now, you have all these seniors listening to that, and that's any veteran, correct?
Any
And some of them are really out, been there for a while, and they have to stroke their phone.
Yeah.
So, and you went pretty fast. But the
apologize.
Gulf War veterans, did not catch that one because I know I'll be getting some calls about it. Could you give me that one again?
The Gulf War veterans is the main number, which is 1-800-827-1000.
And the other one for insurance is?
Insurance is, for life insurance, is 1-800-669-8477.
All right, you heard those numbers. We'll repeat them again. Now, we are the Veteran Court coordinator. That's what we have with Mr. Tobie.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And that means that once a veteran is acting up and he has to go to court at some point, sometime about something, you meet them in court and you talk with them and you have a chance to try to help them with their situation. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And what my interest was is that having met and dealt with some veterans, I said to him last week that veterans are not the normal kinds of people or residents. They are a little special for me. I made that statement on the air and I said that they were special and that I would like very much to see or know where we as non-veterans can get up with someone who can assist us and tell us what to do or a number to call to assist the person that we see that are special and may need a little counseling from a veteran who knows how to decipher what they need. Is that about what it was?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, we're not saying that you, Tobie, you're a master sergeant from the Navy, and we're not saying that you were like that, but we're saying that whenever a resident see a veteran and say, hey, you've been in the military, have you been in any of the armed forces or the military? That's what non-veterans usually call it. Have you been in the army or have you been in one of the militaries? And if they say yes, oh yes, well, what branch was it? They may tell you. And then, of course, find some way to call them. So I have a number for you to call who can give you some benefit assistance. That's the key word, benefit assistance, because I do believe that everyone knows what benefits mean. Everyone knows what benefits it mean. It means that if you don't have money, somebody can tell you how to access some services that money can buy. So I appreciate that. And the main number to call is 1-800-827-1000.
That's right.
1-827-1000. And I'm repeating it slow because the seniors don't know how to work their phones that good, because I'm one of them. And sometimes you stroke it and it goes someplace else. And the number to call, 1-888-442-4551. What is that for?
Education.
That's for education. So some of you got out a little early and you still have some useful time. And you want to know how to access the education benefits. So the number to call is 1-800-827-1000. Now, if you have a cell phone, you can skip that one and you can just start with the 800. But these numbers are good for you to have written down for your family, friends, and someone that you may run across. Gulf War veterans have a special number. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so.
It's
actually
the same one as the main number. Okay. And life insurance veterans is 800-669-8477. Now, I have a question.
Yes.
I'm not a veteran, so I may have married one, and I did. I had married a veteran. He's no longer living. So what kind of benefits that I may be able to access?
From him, if you had his DD 214 and you went to the Veteran Service Office or contacted the VA, they would be able to go in detail of what benefits you would still have once he's deceased.
Let's say that all of those, there was a flood at some point here in Pitt County, and I think Wilson was affected too. there was a flood. Um, I can't even think of it now, all this excitement I went through today. And I lost all of my papers in the flood. How do I find out what the DD 214 is? Who can help me?
You can stop by the Veterans Service Office right here in Greene County.
Greene County,
I'm
right?
sorry, Pitt County. Sorry, Pitt County. And Miss Ford or the ladies in the office, they can help you ascertain a copy of the DD 214.
Okay, now where's Miss Floyd?
Miss Ford, they're at 1515. Oh no, it's 1717 Fifth Street here in Greenville.
Miss Ford.
Shannon Ford.
Shannon Ford.
Yes.
As in the car.
Yeah.
You know, I got to get me a joke in. I don't know what's wrong with you. Don't look at me strange. And you go to 1717 West 5th Street. Now, one of the reasons he had a time bringing out that 1717 West 5th Street, that's because he lives in Wilson, which is right across the border from us. So Ms. Force can tell us how to get that DD 214 numbers. And then once you get that number and you want to know your benefits, what do you call?
You can call that 1-800-827-1000.
Thank you very much. Now that is a very good number to know for someone because the DD 214 was in my possession, and the thing of it is that once you lose it, you don't know it because you don't try to remember those. You have the Social Security number and all this other stuff, but it doesn't matter because when you get certain things, some information is there.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a death certificate for the individual, it is on that death certificate. So we're here today trying to assist veterans, veterans' loved ones, and those people who come in contact with veterans. Now, is there any other thing you found out while you were doing your research, Mr. Bellamy? Master Sergeant of the Navy, retired. If you found out anything else you'd like to retire, we'd like to hear it right now.
Well, I've discovered that we do have a homeless program. The VA does.
Good.
So if you see a veteran in need that is homeless, there are shelters, or at least there's one shelter in Pitt County here. But I would refer them to the VA clinic, to the homeless program there. Nothing is automatic. If you're going to walk over to or go over to the VA clinic here in Greene County and believe that because you're homeless, you're going to get a place to stay that day, that may not be the case.
Now, where is that homeless shelter and the homeless clinic?
All right, the VA
Oh,
clinic.
man, look at his paper. He ready today. He has a notebook.
The VA clinic is at 401 Moore, I think I pronounced that right.
Moye, M-O-Y-E.
Moye Boulevard in Greenville. And their phone number is 252.
Well, now you go fast on these numbers.
Okay. Their phone number is 252-830-2149.
Okay, that is the veteran clinic.
Yes.
And the number for the shelter?
I do not have the number for the
Don't have the number.
I
You
don't
have an
the number
address?
I do not have the address. either.
Okay, so you can call Miss Ford at 1717 West 5th Street, and she can help direct you with that.
She would direct you with claims and the DD 214,
I
but not.
guarantee you she know where that shelter is.
She probably does know where the shelter is.
Yes, yes.
I did not come prepared for the shelter.
That's
I
okay.
apologize for that.
That's okay. I had you bottled up last week, but I'm not going to do it to you this week. I'm going to help you out a little bit.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that because she is located in the Human Resource Office at 1717 West 5th Street, and that's Human Resource is the personnel That's where you go to apply. And there's a young lady sitting in a window there there's always someone that once you enter
Enter.
1717 Westfield Street and you go through the doors, right there on your left, as soon as you get inside the building, there is an office with a human being sitting there. And they can give you some direction as it relates to talking with someone relating to personnel matters and the building and veterans.
Yes. They can
That
answer.
helps when you're a county commissioner.
Yeah.
That helps when you're the county. We're going to enjoy this like we did last time today, even though there was an emergency. And I just can't believe that people were driving up the outer side, because it's one lane. Once you get past the airport, there's one lane at Memorial Drive.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's one lane, and then you get over to the right, and you go up the one. I said, that car should be ashamed. So anyway, this is the way we are, but nowadays people just don't think. Now, veteran treatment court coordinator is here with us today, Mr. Tobie Bellamy. I'm so happy that he's patient with me. Things do happen, and I'm so happy that he's understanding and is giving us a second visit. You don't see the veterans most time. Let me see if I'm right. You don't see them until you know that they're in court, correct?
Correct.
How do you find out that a veteran has to go to court?
Well, my current way that I process that is that I go to court every morning.
You go to court
I go to
every morning.
court every morning right before 9 o'clock, and I make an announcement. Are there any veterans seated? And if they are, I go and introduce myself to them. I tell them what I do and how I can help them if they find themselves in a situation where they may be facing jail time. So I do that. I also work closely with the probation officer, who gives me a monthly list in case I miss someone who was put on probation that is military. They send me a list. I contact them and see if they're interested in the program and how we can help them while they're on probation. And also I go to the jail, to PCDC, which is Pitt County Detention Center. I go to Pitt County Detention Center and I ask for a list of new inmates to see if any of them fit the bill of being a veteran, and if they do, then I try to talk to them prior to their first appearance or their court date to see if there's something that we can work out, that they have an issue that meets the criteria of the program.
Oh, so you have to do the work of seeking them out because they really can't find you.
I do, but the detention center has been very helpful in when a person checks in to check off if they're military or not. And they also allow me to put a sign in the detention center. Has a courtroom that they bring people into for first appearance. So that sign that says "Contact me if you're a veteran" is also helpful. So they didn't have that before. Now we have that signage there, and I've been getting referrals from that too. So every little bit helps.
That is, every little bit helps. And once a veteran is getting help, that helps the community at large.
Absolutely.
Because when they are veterans, you never know where they were stationed or where they in the world they are. And sometimes they return to Pitt County from across the seas, across the ocean, and sometimes they may be stored in a bunker somewhere. Is that correct?
That is correct. When I do the interview with the participant or potential participant, I'm amazed that, one, the DD-214 tells me, campaigns in which they've been in, like if they've been.
Oh, you
part of the
call them
Gulf-
campaigns?
Yeah, the Gulf War or Operation Desert Storm or Vietnam or whatever the case may be, that's on their DD-214. But when you sit down and you talk to that veteran and you understand what they went through if they were in a campaign like that, it kind of brings to light why the program exists and what's important about helping these people. Because sometimes you can track what they're currently doing to something that happened in the past. So I'm not saying that's always the case, but The program is set up to help people that find themselves in this type of situation.
How long you been doing this work?
Just started in July.
July.
Yes,
Did
ma'am.
someone tell you how to do it?
No, I really had to learn this part of it on my own, because the job description is a job description, but it does not detail exactly what you need to do to help the participant.
And I know it's because it's new.
Yes,
And because it's new, you have to do the work to find out what you need to do to get it. So it takes some, as the old folks used to say, something in that noggin up there. I gotta get me a little joke out, because smiling is healthy.
yes,
Beautiful smile he has, and smiling makes you feel good. So that head, that brain on your top of your body gives you some access of determination, and especially when you are talented enough to be creative, like he has, to find out the various sources. And every time you may bump into something new.
absolutely.
I think we have a mental health uh, facility here now. Is that correct?
I'm not sure. We have plenty of public, not VA ones that I know of, but we do have facilities that help.
There
deal-
is
yeah.
that's newly open, and the reason I know it is because what you do, cut the ribbon or scrape the ground or something. And you can go there and talk with the administrator, perhaps, and that can help you find others. It's on McGregor Down Road.
Okay.
It is on McGregor Downs Road. Pitt County is a very resourceful county. We are one of the largest masses in the eastern part of land masses in the eastern part of North Carolina. And when I say east, I mean those areas that are east of 95. 95 run from Canada all the way down to Florida tip.
Yeah.
And that is a helpful resource of knowing. If you are here for the first time in this area from other parts of the country, you would know that 95 run from the very northern part of the United States all the way to the very southern part of the United States. Now, my background is information and information specialist. That's what my education is. My undergraduate degree is business. So that's one of the reasons I may know that. And that's because I'm a bit nosy. That I find out things too, because I like sharing with people. I really enjoy people, period. And it doesn't matter who they are. I just like talk. Now, if they acting up and carrying on, I said, well, look, I got something to do. I got to run on and make this call. Like this morning, I was sitting on the bridge. I said, now, this is a shame. And I was sitting peeping in the left side to see if I can see what's going on. You know, how you
Yeah.
in the back of the line?
Yeah.
And I was peeping in the back of the line to look down the front, and then I was halfway across it because everyone was in that lane to the right because the one in the left is closed. So I was over a little bit to look to see. I saw what happened. Saw the lights blinking way up above there, and then somebody shoot past me on the left, and then they shoot past me on the right. I said, "What in the world is wrong with these people?" And everybody else is looking, so I eased back into my spot.
Right.
I said, my goodness, what is going on? But then behind me came a rescue squad and an emergency vehicle. And I moved over to my right so that nobody would shoot up, because I was worried no one would shoot up the right side of my lane. Could have been a veteran.
Yeah.
And because they see their way, they'll find their way to. And so I moved over to my right so I could block that little space, on the edge of the highway. And then the rescue vehicle came up with this light been blinking on my left side so the other cars knew what I was doing. And he was able to get to the point of interest.
Okay.
And so sometimes we have to be thoughtful when we're driving because things do happen. Now, we have Mr. Tobie Bellamy, who is the coordinator for the Veterans Treatment. What's the next word?
Court.
Court. The Veteran Treatment Court. And it's court because it was instituted at the beginning from the court system. I think it was the DA and the judge having a little powwow. And they got together and they found out that there was funding to hire someone to assist those veterans that lighten their loads as well. And that was a very helpful thought that the judge and the DA came up with. I don't know which one of the judges it was, because they are ranked. But I know we don't have but one DA, and that's Ferris Dixon.
Yes.
So it is that time that we need to be concerned. A lot of things happen, and we were talking about some incidents that happened last week in the community.
Yes.
Was any of those veterans? We're not calling any names.
No, not part of my program. No.
Hot diggity good. That is very good. Now, if there are situations in the community that you know things are not right, there is a slogan that has been put into place around here. If you see something, say something. And I like to say, as an addition to that, because what you see may save someone's life by saying something, or save someone from a tragedy by saying something. You never know what is existing in counties, no matter where you are. But there is a place for someone with an expertise who can calm or address the situation. So that is for residents. Are we going straight through today? We are going straight through. I'm a little late, I know that. So the number to call, and I forgot to turn my phone off, and look what come up. Social Security payments will be sent out this week. That comes up on my phone, and I don't know whether it means you or me, but I'm trying to do this. The number to call is 252-756-2008. If you are a veteran, a spouse of a veteran, or a family member of a veteran, we have Mr. Tobie Bellamy here today, and we are on social media as well, and he's here to be an added resource for phone numbers and everything. He didn't have them last week, but this week he has a notebook full of something over there. Even I see a map over there. So he can at least address your situation, and he can give you a number to call for things. That's Veterans Today. We're focusing on it. And you don't have to be a veteran to call in. You can be a regular citizen to call him. You don't have to be a veteran to call Mr. Tobie Bellamy. So, Mr. Bellamy,
Yes,
I want you to know that someone may be calling you
I'm ready.
at your number to assist them with information relating to a veteran. Or he might can help you on other things, but he is a veteran court coordinator. And that court means that the person is in some kind of legal problem. Now, do you have a number that you give out?
My office number is 252
252
902
902
3093.
3093. Now, I'm not a numbers person. I just did that because I know that there are seniors, because we had almost 90 person calling in last week, and we want people to get the number correct. The number here at Awesome Radio is the network for WECU 1570 on the AM dial and 107.5 on the FM dial. WNOS 1450 on the AM dial in New Bern and 102.3 on the FM dial in New Bern. WYLT-LP is in Rocky Mount and it's 100.3 on the FM dial. And if you and I can't say, do you know any Spanish?
No.
I don't, I'm going to learn how to say Espanol. Espanol, WBIS, Espanol, WBIS dash LP, 11066.9 FM. That's in Winterville. WBIS dash LP 106.9 on the FM dial, and you will get an Espanol speaking person in Winterville. Now, network means a conglomeration of different sources and different opportunities. So we have Winterville and Greenville, we have New Bern, and we have Rocky Mount. I am so excited that the Awesome Radio Network has expanded and we are reaching different areas in Eastern North Carolina. As a native, you were born here in North Carolina, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So as a native of North Carolina, I'm not quite sure about Mr. Bellamy, but I know that I said the state resources stopped at I-95. We're just getting interstate highways eastern now. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, yes.
We're just getting, and you all got one before we did. You got one before we did, and I thought I turned that radio off. You got 795
Yes.
over in Winston before. That was the first one on this side, on the east side of 95, Interstate
really?
95.
Okay.
And Interstate 95 is running from Canada all the way down to the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. Now, if you stop laying, and you're going to hit some water. So that's the way we are. We're happy to have Mr. Bellamy. You have something else you like to say about your program?
No, not about the program. I think we pretty much covered that one.
Well, we can repeat it.
Oh, yes,
might have
ma'am.
some new,
Absolutely.
we might have some new folks.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about your program.
Well, I can tell you that my program is geared to have up to 30 participants a year, but with only one case manager, we can only do 15 at a time. So if we grow or the need exists for more than 15, then we would have to hire another case manager for that. And that's something we're looking at because I've done over 80 interviews.
That's
I have
80 different people?
80 different people.
That's 80 cases.
Yes, yes. And we have in the pipeline right now, we have 10 in the pipeline, which means they haven't been accepted yet. And 5 of them still have court dates that we have to determine what's going to happen on that date. The other 5 are already waiting to get accepted into the program. So those type of things are.
Have you gotten to that point that you've interviewed them and you lose them?
Oh, absolutely. I've lost 2, which is if a veteran is going to court and once they get to court, they find out that the offenses that they was accused of isn't warranted probation or jail time, then they don't need to come to our program. I mean, I can give them the resources and the help that they need to be successful. But to be in our program, you have to be on probation. So I wouldn't wish probation just for the sake of the program. I would want them to get the treatment and the numbers that we gave out today and seek that information on their own, and they can always come to me for advice on that. But I'd rather that be the alternative to be on probation is because your offense warranted, not because I want you in the program to fill a number or board or something.
Well, I do know that Awesome Radio has a veteran information session talk show once per month.
Yes.
once per month uh, uh, for veterans, focused on veterans. You know when that is?
I do not.
uh, the Awesome Radio Show has a veteran show, and if you listen long enough, you will get that show for the veterans. It, the fourth Monday at 2 o'clock. The fourth Monday at 2 o'clock is a show focusing specifically on veterans issues, problems, counseling, everything you can come up with on veterans. Because I often wonder what's that group that they meet? Uh, it's not USO. I don't know what that is because there are a lot of services for the veterans.
Yes.
But when they meet,
VFW.
VFW, that's Veterans of Foreign Wars. That's veteran. VFW is Veterans of Foreign Wars. What in the Navy? What else do you have?
We have the American Legion.
The American Legion. That's what. I don't know what it is, but it's been existing for a long time. And maybe if you listen to the every fourth Monday at 2 o'clock, you can find out the various opportunities to gain information right here on Awesome Radio Network. Now, today we are talking with Mr. Tobie Bellamy, who's been very kind to share his time with us. He has 80 cases, 80 cases, and you started
In July.
July.
Yes.
That's so July to December, 6 months.
6 months.
So if you divide, that's new cases. About the average time do you have to spend on one case?
Once they qualify, it's about an hour, hour and a half per person. But the system is set up where the first thing I have to do is I have to make sure that you have a DD-214 because I've done interviews and when I first started, because it was a learning process for me, I'll go through an hour of interview and then I will get permission to pull their DD-214 and find out that they weren't never in the military. So it's just a waste of time. So now what I do is that I get their permission to pull their DD-214. Once I get the 214
Right away.
or verify that they were in the military, then I set up an appointment to talk to them about, how we can help them or things of that nature.
Because if you ever at all sign up to be a part of the military system, the first thing to do is create a DD 214 information. And if you didn't get through it, you didn't go complete basic training, they'll find out that too. Anything about you once you meet up with Uncle Sam, he's got a record for you. Uncle Sam has got a record for you. And that's what worries me about AI.
Mhm.
That's what worries me about AI because once all of that information get into a computer and that computer begin to equate theories, a computer is set up on theory and is set up on sentences of numbers. It consists of sentences of numbers. And every number in certain coordinations tell that computer how to and what to act and where to go and what to do. That is what bothers me about AI. AI stands for, so that you will know, seniors and young folks, artificial intelligence. That means it is an object, an item, a machine, or something other than a human being that has information on you. That's AI. Anytime, let me see if I can find a decent way to tell you what AI is. And the reason we're talking about AI with Mr. Bellamy is because he's going to be getting some people who dealt with AI. And AI takes a certain qualifications of background that you know how to work it to make it tell you what you want to say. Anytime you have a computer specialist, that computer specialist has knowledge of how to make an AI object do something, provide information, or give you instruction. And a good one is the GPS. Is that right?
Yeah.
Man, when they first started the moonwalk and all of that, the GPS didn't tell them how to get up there. They had some signals that tell them how to navigate. Navigating been a part of the Navy and the Air Force for a long time. Am I right?
That's correct.
They say navigate. What's navigate?
To find a way
To
get
find a way. See how quick he pulled it out? He's a Navy man. He pulled it right out. What's navigate? To find a way. So you find a way. And in the water, when you can't see nothing but sky and water, you got to find your way on that water, or you won't get to where you're going. So AI is a combination of housing information that navigates and produces an action. Lord have mercy, I'm all the way back to no, all the way back to University of South Carolina, Columbia. Brought it back to ECU. But AI is that, you all. It frightens me, you know. It frightens me. It was just beginning when I was in graduate school, and it teaches a lot. And people didn't believe it happened, but and I took at that time I was a little bit younger, and I took a fascination in AI. So you will have veterans walking around in the community who are AI prone. And what I mean by that, they have background and their brain is computing for them, because your brain is a human aspect of AI. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
A human aspect of AI. Now, when you start talking about stuff like that, it sort of makes me nervous. That's why I'm shaking, moving around in here. I just can't sit still in that because I do have fear for AI. Mr. Bellamy is the court coordinator for military personnel who, no matter what branch you've been in, whether it's Army, Air Force, I'm going to try to do it alphabetical. Okay. Air Force, Army, Navy, Coast Guard, God, A, B, and C, Air Force, Army, Coast Guard. How many more? Marines, Navy,
and Space Force if you want.
Ooh, Space Force. How many were there? My goodness. Oh, my goodness. It is time for the show to end. We have gotten the signal from the engineer. See, we got to navigate over here telling us when it's time to get off. But we're so happy to have you. Thank you so very much. And I appreciate both days has been a real joy. And I am certainly thanking Awesome Radio Network for providing us with this opportunity in social media. And I don't like the word social media. So if you see social media, I'm not on it. Someone else is helping me out with it. But social media and television, as well as radio. That's what Awesome Radio is. This is Awesome Radio, the Mary Perkins-Williams Show, and I just happen to be a county commissioner providing you with information that can help you move about in Pitt County and the government. I'm a government entity, my goodness. And so are you,
Yes, I am.
Mr. Bellamy. So we're thanking you for coming. And if you have some information, you can call 252-902-2950. Do you know that is the Pitt County telephone number? And the clerk answers, the clerk to the manager, because the manager knows all of these things, I pray, and they can be able to give you a new thing. We are 15 seconds. This is the Mary Perkins-Williams Show. I'm here every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m., and we're so happy to have you. Awesome Radio, the best thing to come to the
Footprint
Eastern part of
Small
North
Event and
Carolina.
Conference Center.